and I don't realise it. Oh, you off to bed? All right then, buddy. No worries. You have a great night's sleep. Thank you for coming in as always. It's a pleasure to have you here. Get a good night's sleep, buddy, and I will talk to you soon. Good night. You don't need points, Pitbull. You don't need them. We've discussed this. Points and you are just not needed. I need all the points. Yeah. This is another big chunk done. But yeah, I'm going to have to step up my paint by numbers game. So, as long as you all don't mind, I will be coming back on here later on to do some more paint by numbers, because kind of under a bit of a time constraint, as I've said, and kind of want to get this finished. It was never the intention to give it to her for her birthday. It's just that I heard it was her birthday coming up, and I figured, what a nice time to be able to give it to her. And I'm not sure. I don't think that she's watched any of the other videos of this. So I don't even think she knows that it's going to be happening, although she could do. Well, I got quite a bit done, didn't it? I'm not gonna quit just yet. I'm torn on what to work on this weekend. Red Dead Redemption Online has its Halloween event going on, so I might do a bit of that, but also want to grind on Paleo a bit. Yeah, I do you know what? Honestly, my boy keeps on saying to me, "You can't believe that I haven't completed Red Dead Redemption 2." And he said, you have no idea what you're missing out on. And then a lot of people are telling me that, and I feel like I should really sit and play through it. Right, 11. Let's do an 11 next. Let's see if we can't get the picture coming down here a bit. We're gonna do a little bit here, I guess. Yeah. Got to be careful with this bit because I've just painted it and it's black, and it's such a pain to get to mix off of a really dark colour when you make a mistake. So I'm just going to try not to make one. I think I did a pretty good job there. Did you need to finish Red Dead Redemption 2? Yeah, I won't be one of those people that tells you that you need to finish Red Dead Redemption 2, but you need to finish Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, I know. I think, like, I tried to play it from my save a couple of times, and I really don't remember what's going on in it. I don't remember the controls. I don't remember what I'm doing. And I just feel like at this point, what I need to do is I need to do with Red Dead Redemption 2 what I did with Star Wars Fallen Order, right? And what I intend to be doing with Star Wars Survivor, right? Which is play that game exclusively until it's finished. Boom, done. If people want to see something else, or they're bored of seeing me play a certain game, then, you know, as much as I appreciate everybody coming in here, supporting me and helping me, just being nice, you know, if I don't decide to just say, right, I'm playing this and that's it, I'm going to be left in this situation where everything's incomplete. So I'm just going to have to start saying that's kind of what I would like to do, and therefore that's what's going to be done. I'm going to have to put down my authoritarian foot. 10. Let's do a bit of that. I'm not going to... I've got to be honest, my back is really starting to burn there, so I'm just going to warn you on that. It's not going to be much longer before I have to take a little breaky. Come on, drag down with it. Well, the storyline in that game is so good, like one of those instant classic movies. Forrest Gump, after you appreciate. Yeah, that is exactly what my boy's saying to me. It's one of the best stories he's played, like, almost ever. So it's definitely in high regard. And I own the bloody game. What's the point of not actually completing it? It just seems pointless to me. This doesn't seem right to me. That's a 10, and that doesn't look any different. Oh well, I can only do what I can do. Maybe the colour's different when it comes to the camera. I don't know, but the way I'm looking at it right now, it doesn't look much different. Where did I just do? There. Exactly the same. But it is what it is. That's what it says it is. So, you know, I can't argue. The good part about this is we are definitely on the finishing straight. It's not like I've got an insurmountable amount to do now. Do need to work on this number 10. It's a bit on the clumpy side. Like at the moment, privately, I'm playing Mass Effect as well. Well, I was, and I've had to leave it now because of being so tired. But when I go back to it, it'll be the same situation of now I don't know what I've got to do and start all over again. And then people moan at me because I'm not playing games, and it's like, well, I can't help it. You know, I'm just ruining the experience for myself because I'm still so bloody tired all the time. So yeah, that all looks the same colour, but it's a slightly different shade. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, I'll let you get back there. What was the shade above it? That was a longer. So I've got to come back in and do a line of 3. I think it is just there, just to separate the two. You do what you want, carry on. Don't worry about it. Yeah, exactly. No, you're quite right. I need to stop forcing myself to be like a people pleaser. This has been pointed out to me in no uncertain terms by my friend Jimmy, because I never used to be like this. You know, I was never, I've never been a yes man. You know, I have my own mind. I know what I think. I know what I want to do, and I generally end up doing it. But ever since I fell ill, like I seem to have become so malleable now that I'm putting everybody else ahead of myself, and that's not good or a healthy thing to do. It's fine to be a nice person, but don't be a doormat. So yeah, I know I'm getting better. Right? I know I keep moaning every day and oh I'm tired and everything else because I am, right? But mentally I'm definitely getting better because I'm not the person that I used to be. So that in itself is good. But sometimes to be pointed out that you're doing something that you may not necessarily realise has been good for me in a way. Not nice to hear, but nobody likes hearing the truth, especially when it hurts. But sometimes we guts to hear it, right? Alexa, shut up. I didn't ask you anything. I've always been one of those personalities where the more people push me to do something, I instantly do the exact opposite, despite them, because it raises red flags when they're pushing me in one direction so hard. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, my situation is slightly different because, like, as soon as you mention that you've got any kind of mental health, like, all of a sudden your opinion counts for nothing. You don't know what's best for you, because if you did, you wouldn't be in the position that you're in. Right, so you have no choice but to listen to these people because you know you're asking for help and this is the help that they're giving you, and if you don't, they feel like, or it seems like, you're just smacking it away. Well, if you're not prepared to do it, then you know, blah blah blah. But no, I get exactly what you mean. This colour has gone down so bad. Yeah, I need to sort that out. Right, okay. Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to leave that there because my back is burning like more than normal. We're just going to put that on there. Fantastic. Right, here we go. So I had to take a break earlier on because my back was killing me. So, you know, rest, regroup and retry. And that is exactly what I'm doing. So, no real plan now of what I'm going to be doing, areas I'm going to be doing. I'm literally just like going until I finish. So yeah, I spent a little bit of time with my boy. Playing some 7 Days to Die with him, which was fun. And now, why am I doing it in that when it's not even that colour? It started already. So, my apologies here. I am so not with it today. It's like not even funny. But I literally just painted that in a completely different colour to what it should be. It should be this colour. So that's fine. Actually, this was the other one I was going to do. Let me just quickly put in a drop or two here. Thin that down so it spreads a little better. Where did me pad? There it is. Just do that quickly. Definitely need to be doing this one. Be getting it to a nice paint consistency, and then that should go on the canvas a lot easier and quicker. That's better. That actually looks like paint, just a big globule mess. So before I go into that, let's take this off of here. There's no point in wasting it. Because I always keep the old paints from these kits. Because you can always like revitalise them, provided they haven't gone too far. And it basically ends up being, technically speaking, free paint. Yeah, I did a little stint earlier on, as most of you know already. And I did say I was going to come back on. And I did make a promise that I was going to, so I make it a point in my life, which is twice in one day. Yes, Lindy, how you doing, darling? Nice to see you, sweetheart. And thank you so much again. Like, genuinely. But yes, I'm trying my hardest to get this done for my granddaughter, as it's her birthday. I believe it's on Sunday. So yeah, it means I've got to push myself a little bit more, which is fine. But yeah, Tracy's loving her onesie thing, by the way. So you know. How are you? How's the new job? Any more 13s before I just get rid of this? Apparently not in the areas that I'm working in. So we shall just take off the excess. Carry on with the next number. There. Right. Okay. Watch that out. This toilet paper we got is horrible because it just keeps on breaking up into little clumps instead of like the other toilet paper that we use, which was slightly more expensive. Guess beggars can't be choosers, right? Maybe I should start using the other pot, number 4, because I know there's plenty in. And I've already mixed this one up, so it goes on a bit better. So just saving time. There. It is much easier to paint when you've sorted your paint out properly. I mean, that's probably obvious to a lot of people, but for those that are struggling with like thick paints and stuff, that's the reason. Because it's thick, just thin it down. You could even thin it down with just water. Just remember to add a little at a time, because it's very easy to add more, but it's almost impossible, if not just impossible, to take away. Well, there's a lot of people there. It's alright. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I'm looking forward to later on finishing off Castlevania and hopefully getting to start on Castlevania Nocturne. As I said earlier on, I'm really enjoying the series. It's funny how many people are just put off of watching something just because it's animated. You know, because I don't know if the stigma's still attached to it, but you know, most people think or assume that a cartoon is just or an animated thing is meant for kids, and it's not. If anything, far from it. But I'm kind of having my eyes open to like anime and animated films and TV series and stuff, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised. And it doesn't hurt anybody to just or anything to just try something new. Just because you think something might not be your thing doesn't mean to say that it's definitely not going to be. But at least once you've tried it, you know it wasn't, you know? I'm trying very hard as well to fill this painting in so it's a bit closer to me, because it's the stretching that's really hurting. And the medication that I take to alleviate the pain isn't exactly, it's not like paracetamol or ibuprofen, let's put it that way. So I also have to be careful because I don't go taking too much. Not that I have ever exceeded a dosage. Big bit of pull there. I could do that because I'm going to work in that other area, and hopefully by the time I get up to this bit will be dry anyway, or dry enough to touch. So I might give this a go. I'm not going to regret this.
Supplies!
Oh my life, Mr. Pitbull. See, I'm back as promised. You know, and I have to be honest, even if I wasn't well enough to come back, I would have had to have come back because I promised. As I try to make it a point in my life to never break a promise. Because I always feel that if you break a promise, then how can anybody ever trust the fact that you are, when you promise someone, you lose all credibility, you know? So even to my detriment sometimes, I've kept a promise, even when it's been kind of bad for me to do so. That's how much I value it. And it's one of my pet peeves when somebody says, I promise you I'm going to do it, and then don't. It's like, You know, I know how difficult it is to promise something, but if I don't promise it, then it's because I know I can't deliver, or there is a high probability that I can't. But how's your day going, Mr. Pitbull? Lindy's in here now as well, if you noticed. I think she might be working because she's a bit quiet. I'm assuming you're still working anyway, so you're probably going to be quiet. People have no concept of how long things take to accomplish. No, they don't, actually. Yeah, they really don't. It's like, you know, well, you said this and you said that. That's why I always try and give, like, I try and go over the top with the time to give me a bit extra so I can deliver on time. But then the problem then is people go, oh, that'll just take far too long. And it's like, well, which would you prefer? Do you want me to tell you the truth or do you want me to lie to you? At the end of the day, it's going to take as long as it takes. You know, I'm only one amazing man. You know, I can't do everything. Much as, you know, you would think I should be able to. Put that there. Yeah, these. See, from here, it doesn't. No, do you know what? It'll have to do. If I need to go back over it, I need to go back over it. But hopefully not. I replaced the laptop for a member of a senior management last week. I was told to hold replace computer for a period of time just in case something goes wrong when we need to roll it back and if there's any data missing somehow. Right. Seven. Oh, no, I've already done this one. All right, darling. Enjoy your shower. He said I was clear and he didn't need anything off me any longer. Oh, sorry. I asked the guy yesterday if I was clear to wipe the laptop and if he needed anything off it. And I said I was, yeah. Oh, no, really? I know what's coming in. If I'm right in what you're about to turn around and say, don't you just think stupid? Like, it's actually getting to the point these days where you've got to get people to write it down. Let's see if I'm right. I didn't place a huge priority on it as no one else needed it. Right, okay. That's fair. It's not like you were just sitting there twiddling your thumbs either, right?